What's up, everybody? Welcome to another fun-filled episode of the Scarlet Cherie Diaries. It is your girl, Beverly Katie. Welcome. So, as from today, I want to start a mini series called On the Couch. I'll be addressing certain issues. Well, I address certain issues all the time, but these particular issues are somehow important and they affect people in the world. So that's why I decided to start this mini series called On the Couch. So I just feel like these particular issues just require a couch. Do not ask me why, but anyways, it was just an idea. So for all those who are going to watch this as soon as it's posted, happy Sunday. Right. Let's get right into it. This is our first ever official episode of On the Couch. I hope you're ready for the goodness that I'm about to give you.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Right, welcome to On the Couch with Beverly Katie. But before we say anything, we do anything, we talk about anything, I just wanted us to, I just wanted to say this. I just wanted to say I know there's a whole lot going on around the world with the coronavirus. Actually, today we're going to be talking about the coronavirus and how it has affected us as people. But what I want to say is to all those who've been infected or affected by the coronavirus and all those who have lost their loved ones to the coronavirus, I know there are no words that I can say that are going to comfort and console you, but I just want you to know that every single day I've been putting people in my prayers, people around the world, all of them, so that they can have the strength to fight this, they can have faith and hope for a better tomorrow. Excuse me, no, I burped. But anyway, I was saying that and everybody should know that they're not alone in what's going on. Everybody's scared, everybody's anxious, but everybody's just trying to be sane in this kind of situation. It is easier said than done, but it is something that we're going to try and fight day by day, and it's something that we are hoping that God is going to take us through. It's just going to take us through it all. So, with that being said, I just wanted to talk about the things that I've been noticing that have been going on during this quarantine and this lockdown, and how the coronavirus has affected us as people, not only in the medical aspect and our health, but how it has made people turn against each other. Like, I heard this, I was watching the news the other day, and I actually heard somebody talking about it, about what has been going on in America and also in China. about how in America I actually saw a video of this man, this black American man, actually attacking Asian Americans. He was saying, okay, I can't say it, but he was swearing them broken, and I was actually blaming them for what is happening around the world. Like blaming those guys and saying they're the ones who like ate bats, who eat bats, and whatever, and just blaming them for the death of everyone. And he was just blaming those people. So I understand where that wrath and where the anger was coming from. Actually, it's something that a lot of people do, but sometimes they don't notice it. But I think it's very important, as I am mentioning it right now, for you as a person to assess yourself and ask yourself if you have this syndrome. Like, there are certain people who, in certain situations, they just enjoy, they just love, they don't enjoy, they just love to blame somebody for what is happening in their lives. You know what I mean? They just have the blame someone syndrome. It makes them feel better. They just don't want to face that situation alone. They just feel like somebody's making them face that situation, which is not a good thing, to be honest. And I just feel like this person just took it too far by attacking these Asian Americans. To be honest, they're all in America. Those Asian Americans, they don't know what the hell is going on. And they're also as stunned and surprised as he is of how this virus came into the world, how these bats, whatever, they're having bats their whole entire lives. They're wondering, how come? Why now? Why is it happening now? Everybody has those questions in their minds, and I just feel like this is not the time to be turning against each other. This is the time to be uniting and trying to fight this thing and face it head on. And in China, actually, the opposite has been happening. Like, the Chinese doctors and scientists have been having a lot of questions in how they can deal with this and eradicate the coronavirus. And they have apparently, what they're finding out in China with the statistics that they've been recording, they're finding out that blacks haven't been as much affected as the Chinese people were. So they are now thinking that maybe the blacks are the ones who brought the coronavirus into China. You know what I mean? They're having all these questions and they're drawing certain conclusions that make you ask yourself, why? What in the hell? What is making them think this way? But to be honest, I know when you're anxious, when you're scared, when you're shitting your pants, you know, you have these certain thoughts that come into your mind, and you just don't think straight. But to be honest, in every situation that we face, even if we have problems like in our day-to-day lives, not only talking about the coronavirus, but when we have problems in our day-to-day lives, let's always remember that we are facing a problem. Let us not be ruled by the problem, but try and rule the problem by finding the solution to it. You know what I mean? Yeah, a lot of people just act like that when they're scared, and you become so surprised of how they drew such a conclusion from everything that has been going on. But I just pray and hope that the light is going to shine upon everybody, because really blaming each other, trying to find which race came with what, you may actually find out that this problem didn't come from a race, didn't come after studies that have been properly done. We will be shocked at where this thing actually came from. But right now, what I want to urge people to do, I wish I would have a conversation with the scientists and the doctors and the whatever, that we are the generation that is supposed to find the solution to this problem that we're facing. We must concentrate on finding the solution. Generations that are going to come after us are the ones who are going to focus on the causes. It's never a good thing that when you're facing a problem, you start listing the causes and go on and on about the causes and argue about the causes. No, it doesn't help. We must be finding the solutions. Then the generations coming after us are the ones that are going to be like, oh, okay, in 2020 such and such a thing happened, and then for us in 2120 we are trying to not be in the same predicament as the people in 2020 were. You know what I mean? So I just wish that people can just come to their senses and try and face this situation in a different way. But I really understand why they're acting like this. It happens when people are scared, but really it doesn't help anything. Sorry, my hair is in such a mess, but you know what? I just told myself I'm going to film this video for you guys, and I hope it's going to be helpful for someone out there. Moving on to one other thing that I noticed that has been happening during this quarantine and lockdown time, whatever you want to call it. There are two groups of people in life when it comes to dealing with anxiety. There are people who say laughter is the best medicine. They say they want to laugh through it all. They want to take their minds off what is happening. For example, now the coronavirus, they would say they want to take their minds off it, and then they will try and focus on something else, and then, which is great, actually, it's good. And then there's another group of people which says, you know what, for me to be able to deal with this thing, I need to know every single detail about it. I need to know the number of cases that have been confirmed on that particular day. I need to know the number of deaths. I need to buy every single sanitizer that has been made in the universe. I need to have this and that in my house and stuff like that. That's what makes them feel better, which is okay. There's nothing really bad about these things. But what I want to say is that there are particular cons in both situations, and these cons affect, you know, people in those particular groups. I want to say what I've noticed with the laughter is the best medicine group is that they have been particular jokes that have been taken too far. People are forgetting, like here in Africa, for instance, to be honest, we have had it better than Europe. In Europe, it's like somebody sprayed doom in the air and people are just dropping down like flies, which is a scary situation to think about. To imagine that people can't bury their loved ones. Not that they won't be able to attend a dignified funeral and their loved one is just going to be buried and have a lovely funeral service somewhere else. It's just that they don't attend. No. People are going to be buried in mass graves and all of that there, which is really something scary to think about and something that is not fair to the loved ones and all that there. So I was just saying that the certain people who have been insensitive to these kind of situations, like the jokes that they're making, yes, people want to laugh and all, but we just have to be careful of what is making us laugh at that moment in time. Of course, I haven't seen that people laughing at the coronavirus directly. That hasn't happened. But I've seen particular jokes, particular quarantine jokes, especially, that have been a little bit insensitive. Like somebody mentioning that they were sitting on a couch and then they saw a stranger sitting next to them and they were wondering, oh, who the hell is this? And then they look at that stranger, and then that is the day that they learned that that stranger is actually their wife. Okay, I hear that. I just feel like there are certain situations that are just not certain jokes that are not humorous. You know, people would say, yeah, people don't have a sense of humor, but I just feel like there's a little bit insensitivity in there. I just feel like it's a bit offensive to the wives, and it's a bit offensive to the concept of marriage in general. I know marriage is tough. It's tough, but in its toughness, it is also beautiful. It is more beautiful than tough. You know what I mean? Every relationship is just tough. People have their disagreements, their arguments, and all that there, but tomorrow they wake up and they're friends again. It happens with their friends, it happens with parents, siblings, it happens everywhere. Marriage is no different from that. And I just feel like, you know, these are the kind of things that make people think that marriage is not good, that there's nothing good out of marriage, it's not enjoyable. I just feel like we must stop feeding people's minds with that information. Is definitely unhealthy. There's nothing wrong with being with your wife at home, to be honest. That is the most beautiful thing. I know there are certain people who have certain personalities that you just can't deal with, but I trust you, I trust everyone who is married that they married someone who they can live with or who they can't live without. Okay, you are the one who chose it. But if you telling us that you made a bad choice, well, you're the stupid one. Okay, you're the one who made a bad choice. Don't involve the whole world in it. Don't be like, hey, my wife, this and that, my husband, this and that. You're the one who made a bad choice. A bad choice. But that mustn't involve the whole universe. So those are the kind of jokes. Which other joke that made me like? No, there are those particular jokes that make you question the thinking capacity of the person who told the joke. Let's see another joke that was a bit offensive. People wouldn't notice that it's offensive. Really, it's that joke that a little bit insults people in the medical field. Sorry, I keep on burping. I don't even know why. That they haven't found a cure yet, but maybe let's say if it was people in IT business or people in whatever faculty would have done better. I understand why the people in the medical field would be pretty or offended with that. I mean, like, really, this is huge. This is a large scale problem. Like, I don't know. I just feel like it's really not funny. You know, it's not something that we must laugh about. So, please, at the end of the day, at the end of this video, all I want to say is please, people, be mindful of the things that you say, of the jokes that you tell, because those are things that make a statement of who you are in just a few words. And I just feel like it's a lot, really. It's a lot. The way people are dealing with it, it's a lot. Just be mindful, just be sensitive of what other people may think or how other people may perceive it. This is not an issue of humor, it's just something that's out of this world. So the lesson really that I want people to take away from this video is just be mindful of what other people are thinking and how they would perceive something you just said, or what is being said to them, you know? Especially in this situation where everybody's just panicking and the whole world is just upside down, you know what I mean? I think let's just focus on the positive things. Let's just work on ourselves. Take this time, this quarantine time, to work on yourself, build your character. Do you know the character is built actually? Build your character. Just be a person that people enjoy. being around. You know what I mean? Don't be that wife that people make jokes about and be like, I noticed that somebody's my wife on quarantine. Yeah, please, husbands and wives, work on your marriage. I always say work on yourself a lot because I'm a single person. I always think about myself, but work on your marriage. You know, this is the time to be working on that. It's time to embrace the beauty of family time and all that there, and stop this nonsense of turning against each other and looking for somebody to blame. This would have happened in any way, you know. Doesn't mean that, oh my goodness, the Chinese, why are the Chinese here? It's because of the Chinese. No, really, no. It was something that was supposed to happen. It happened, and it's something that we just have to deal with. You know what I mean? Yeah. So these are the kind of issues that are going to be addressed on the couch, eh? So I hope I'll have more content. To be honest with you guys, it is very difficult. In as much as I thought I would have so much time to like film a whole bunch of videos and post them, the thing is it's very difficult to film when there are people in the house. Like, I am used to like pouring my heart out into the videos, and right now I have to be mindful that there are other people in the house. I don't have to make noise for them, and they don't have to make noise for me as well, you know. So I'll try. This mini series sounds exciting. Like, after what I just talked about, it really is something exciting, something that I would really love to do. So stay tuned for the next episode of On the Couch. And one more thing, I think I've got one more video in my let me just check here, in my thing here, what's it called, my collection. There is a video that I didn't post that I filmed. I think I filmed it in January. I am so sorry, people. I don't know why I do those kind of things sometimes, but I think I'm gonna post it as well. I'm just gonna check if I can do that the same time I post this one and make it a double combo or a double whatever. I don't know what I'm gonna call it, so that you guys can just enjoy watching and get some lessons out of it. That's the most important thing, you know, to get some lessons out of it. And what else do I want to say? Oh, actually, in that particular video that I didn't post, I had actually said I want to change my name. I want to change the name of my channel. I feel like the Scarlet Cherie Diaries is a little bit no, I feel like Scarlet Cherie is more like a stripper name. So I just want to change. I don't know what I'm gonna say. Maybe Beverly Chronicles, maybe Scarlet Chronicles. I don't know. But you tell me in the comment section, what you think. And please, if you like this video, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to the Scarlet Cherie Diaries. So I enjoyed shooting this video so much, and I enjoyed talking to you guys. I hope I'll see you next time in my next video. So love, peace, and happiness, and stay safe. I love you guys.